it do. It's your boy DJ Nova Fresh, and this is Lightning Strike Podcast in the building. We in this thing on the Barely Making It Monday because your boy is barely making it right now. It is my fault we behind, but yeah, we barely making it.
Camera ain't even on him on TikTok. Just
what? Oh, what happened? Oh,
lock in, bro.
I know. I'm here, bro. I'm barely making it, dog.
Lock in.
You said make it Monday, boy.
Clearly.
Can we change it to barely making it Monday?
Clearly. For this time and one time only. Barely making it Monday.
How was your week?
Good, everybody?
Oh, yeah.
DJ A. Brodie. Lightning Strike Podcast.
Yeah.
Make it Monday.
Yeah.
What's going on, y'all? 213-433-7793. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, follow us on all social media platforms. LS Boats 15. We on TikTok, the always faithful. What's going on with y'all? How's your weekend? Streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. We on X. We on Twitch. We on Facebook.
We from right to left on your dial.
But to answer your question, good sir, my weekend was good, man. My weekend was good, y'all. I had my first official photo booth event.
Man, how was that?
Was locked in, bro. You know what I'm saying? I made a play, jumped out there, just took a chance, and it went really well, man.
Good.
Everybody loved it. Did the whole little balloon decoration.
Man, who did the balloon?
I did the balloons.
Man, this boy. Hey, y'all hear it, bro. So
we
for the tailgate, we about to be up.
We expanding the brand, boy. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I did the prints, everything, man. Designed a little template, the whole nine, man. I've been in the lab, so it was good. But what about you, man? What you get?
He said he was at a. Hold on. No, ma'am. Said he was at a
tomfoolery.
Hold on. No, ma'am. Said he was at a private casino in Van Nuys. Things got shaky when the cops pulled up. Boy, you was at a dice game. He was at an illegal dice.
It's always shaky.
At a private casino in Van Nuys, a.k.a. I was at a dice game. He was in the backyard.
CeeLo, man. Y'all two dicing it. No, man. We two dicing it or we CeeLo. 4, 5, 6.
How do you?
If you know, you know, man. I can't. Today ain't the make it Monday. Ain't the day. It's like when somebody be like, man, how you play spades? Like, nah, fam, nah.
I got a walker.
Yeah,
I gotta walk off.
This can't be training day today. Like,
you can't.
Either you got it or you don't.
Because asking me to play spade, it's kind of like, you know, it's just like one of those things. Because I really can't. You just got to have it in you to play spades.
This is
it's more than just playing the cards. A lot of it is intimidation.
Very much strategy. Very much.
It's very much
calling bluffs. Very much poker faces.
But poker face in an aggressive way.
Yeah, it's a lot going on.
You ain't clutching your pearls in here because I've been talked through some hands that I shouldn't have won.
This is that your whole lineage is on the line when you playing spades, man. You know what I'm saying? They your last name come into question. They want to know who your mom and them, who your grandma and them.
It could get disrespectful on some spades too, bro.
It's
you look at your you really gotta have thick skin when you playing spades, man, because you look at your friends different when it comes to spades.
Bro, you can't bid your hand. I'm over you,
bro. It's people.
Books? I'm so sick of you right now.
It's people I'm tight with, bro. It's people I'm tight with. I would not play spades with.
Can't mix business and spades.
Nah, because they just ain't got it in them. For one of them, not to bid their hand.
Can't mix friendships and spades, huh? 2 different lanes.
Boy, that's the worst. Can't bid your hand and can't read the board. Like I can't. And then you over there getting confused because the whole point of the strategy is to talk enough to get somebody flustered to where they're not paying attention, and then you just killing them. You got them out of their zone, and you just You done walk across the board. You done had, and they always go, man, y'all underbid. Nah, you just don't know how to play your hand.
Dro said, you know what's worse is when the homie hit a parlay and he didn't send you and shows you the parlay.
Yeah, I got a homeboy, man. He a bet guru. My boy Wavy. Man, this dude Wavy always hit me up. Now he charged though.
Oof.
So he the homie. We the homie.
Yesterday's price is not today's price. price.
I got into, when he started betting on the ground level, I was with him on the ground level of betting. Then he started making plays, and then he texted me after he win, like, boy, look at this hand. And I'm like, yo, why you ain't send me the play? He went in 5 bands, 10 bands on plays. And I'm like, bro, you ain't even send me the play. So now he
could have been up off this parlay.
Now he got a whole website where he do betting and stuff, and he's subscribed. And he go, man, I ain't subscribed to the page. I'm your boy.
He clearly ain't seen Paid in Full, bro. Everybody eats, B. Everybody.
Man,
Everybody eats, B.
Hurt my heart when he did that to me, dog.
Tough.
What's good though, man? Let's talk some Charger football, bro.
Tap into it one time for the one time.
Man, boy, I seen Murray Hampton come off the line of scrimmage and catch a pass, even though it's just a drill.
It's not just any drill. It's Omari and Hampton.
Bro, that boy nice, man. That boy nice.
Not just any drill.
Then I was watching the Alabama versus LSU game in 2019, and I just seen a pass from Najee. And I remembered, I was like, man, I thought Najee Harris was a receiver on that play. He went up and got the touchdown. Two defenders on him. Went and snagged it.
That's that game. It was a high scoring game, right? Yeah. It was like 8, 10 people who went to the league just in that game alone.
Yeah. And they was showing everybody, they was highlighting it too.
The whole field all in the NFL right now.
And doing well, rightfully so. Yeah. Like doing well. And you just love to see it, man. You love to see it. And we now have an organization that's going to get that type of talent that is down there.
Yeah. So can't replace that SEC greatness.
It's like a everyday spade game in the SEC. It's the most aggressive spade game on the highest level. You might have to pull a pistol out at this spade game, but that's how it really is. But I love it, man. Go ahead.
Antonio say if we get Pitts would be crazy. Antonio, what about the tight ends we already got?
I know. There we go. See, that's why I be telling y'all, man. We can't be linked.
The tight ends that's already on.
What up, Pinky?
On the squad already.
We can't be linked to every free agent, bro. Now we sounding like Laker fans. And I'm a Laker fan. But every time there's a free agent with the Lakers, they go,
go get him.
Go get him. The Lakers got to get him. The Lakers got to get him. What's up, Aether? Aether already got a question. What up? But I like Pitts, though. I like Pitts. But I look at
this take.
We already talked about
months
Pitts.
Ago, I was out the gate early with the Pitts. Before we got any tight ends, I was like, yo, we should go there. Yeah. But now we got tight end on top of tight end. So
I'll tell you this.
What you gonna tell me, bro?
The only way I'll take Pitts is if they take a straight up trade
1-for-1
for Disley. That's it.
We keeping
I guess so. And it's not listen.
I guess we keeping Disley then.
Yeah. Thank you, Peaky. That's all I'm saying. Every free agent, we want to link them. We want to run out and link them to the Chargers. Man, listen, bro. Not everybody can't come play for the Chargers, bro. We moving in a new direction. We got some good young talent. I want them to get the snaps. I don't want to bring in somebody else on a 1-year deal when we already done loaded up on these younger guys and we building for the future.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking the talent of Pitts. Pitts is a talented tight end that has yet to reach his potential. Mm-hmm. He's shown glimpses of his potential.
Very QJ-ish.
Yes.
At the tight end position.
And he possibly could, just like QJ, benefit from a change of scenery in a change of role. You know, it's hard playing in LA and being a man, bro. This is a demanding market. It ain't for the faint of heart. The lights are bright in LA. The lights are very bright in LA. So this ain't an easy thing to do. And I'm telling you, right now, I'm loving where we're at. I'm loving where we're at in the media. I wish they covered us more, but got to be careful what we ask for. Because with more coverage comes more unnecessary scrutiny, more unnecessary talk. I like how we're creeping up. I want to shock everybody. Before they notice, before they can be like, the week 8, we done bust everybody's head.
It would be lovely.
Thanks out there for the super chat. Hit the.
My boy got
It says, what he said? Appreciate that out there. He said, Chargers fan horrified about the Bills and Ravens in the AFC. What these two teams have done last 5 years to scare us, they done nothing. Absolutely. I'm not scared of no team no more, bro. What I'm right there worried about and what I'm concerned about is us getting over our adversity, dealing with that, getting over the hurdles. I'm not scared of the Chiefs, but I want us to finish the games against the Chiefs. That's what I want us to do right there. Finish the games against the Chiefs. Continue to dominate the Raiders. Continue to dominate Broncos. And then when we make the playoffs, get those wins, put it together, not just be a regular season team, but put it together all the way through. Not scared of anybody, because we could play with anybody in football. We can play with anybody in football.
Talk that talk.
It was one butt whooping belt to ass that we took last year, and that was the Buccaneers. They put belt to ass on us.
Yeah, they did.
They put belt to, because we was in the Ravens game. We went down a running back. Game plan changed.
Austin, you pulling up, man? Austin in the chat, he appears to be a Dirty Bird fans, or not a Dirty Bird, but a Eagles fans.
He asked him to
You
spell
gonna pull up
Eagles.
to the game? You pulling up to SoFi?
Appreciate that though, out there, man. But you 100% right, bro. We ain't scared of nobody. The Chargers shouldn't be scared of nobody. We just as good and capable as everybody else. We went in and addressed our weaknesses and we turned them into strengths. Straight up.
He said, "Yeah, pull up on us, man, for the tailgate."
Pitts was a beast in college. Was good his rookie year in the NFL. And DC got tape on him, and year 2 shut him down, started hitting him in the mouth. Not saying a change of scenery wouldn't help. For sure. And I think he struggled with the quarterback at the quarterback position too.
Multiple changes at the quarterback position.
Yeah. But like I said, Pete, I ain't willing to give him up unless they do a straight up trade for Disley. Because I want to see what we got. At this point, let's see what we got before we go try to get some more. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to do. I want to see what we have right now, where we're at. I wouldn't mind. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't mind adding Streif on the offensive line or Will Hernandez at the left guard spot. Wouldn't mind adding them right away. I wouldn't mind adding those guys. Everybody else, I'm sad that Chargers fans don't. Man, we do. That's what I'm saying. Thank you right there. Based on what? How do people say we don't have a good team to hang with the big boys when we do? When we do. When we do.
What does that even mean?
When we do. Ain't no, our heart don't pump Kool-Aid.
I don't even like how you talking right now.
All that old chargering, all that old way of Chargers is gone, bro. This team, this coach, organization, it's changed.
Junior, we literally talking about this subject right now, man. He want to know if we trade him for Pitts. So you bought 2 minutes too late, but just to recap.
No, think about this, man.
We good, bro.
Think about this. Right now, we got Conklin, who's a very capable tight end. He can block and receive. He's not a big splash threat, but he's short. Yeah, he's short-handed. If you involve him more in the pass game, he's gonna catch more. He's gonna do more. He ain't gonna blow the lid off nothing, but he's short-handed. He's a great third down piece. Then you got a rookie in Gadsden who could be the future of this organization, who has the potential to really Brock Bowers the whole situation for us, if need be.
You got a guy who play rugby. We don't even know what he do yet.
We don't even know what he does. So why go and get a guy that he struggled, right? And it's 50-50 on a change of scenery will work for him. Or you just develop what you got. Get those snaps to those guys.
Everybody just need to relax and understand what we got is what it's going to be right now.
And running to, like, every time a free agent come about, running, to me, I feel like y'all aren't trusting Joe and Jim. And what have they done to make us question them? They went forward last year with what they had, the best that they was able to get their hands on, from what they inherited, from what they cleaned house on, and from what they was able to scrape together. This wasn't their full team. This wasn't a team that said, all right, we built this team from the ground up. This is 4 years into it. This is a team that we built from the ground up. No, this was a team from day one. They had to come in. They inherited a team. They had to make cuts to the team. They made decisions on this team, and they brought in the table scraps of talent that was left around, and they got us 11-6.
And that's just off coaching.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Coaching.
Guaranteed.
But yeah, man, like you said, week after week, we find somebody else on the free agent list, and it's like, hey, we need to go get this person. We need to go get this person. Like, let's just see, man.
But this is why I go. Like, it's not. I'm a very truthful person when I talk about the Chargers, right? Adir just said I heard this on Chargers Unleashed last week that some say we are the 5th best team in the AFC. He says, "Are you kidding me? 100%, bro. We are not the 5th best team in the AFC. Like, Phil, why we not top 3? Like, tell me why the other teams are better than us. That's what you have to tell me. We got the quarterback, which is the hardest thing to have on a team. Period. You ain't having no team if you ain't got a quarterback, and that position is hard to come by. Look at the 32 other teams. It's only
look at the Panthers.
Exactly. Look at the Panthers. Look at the Saints. Look, it's so many teams that you can look at and go, they ain't got the quarterback play. They ain't got an elite quarterback. Say what you want about Justin Herbert. The only thing you can say now about Justin Herbert, he didn't win a playoff game. He didn't win a playoff game. But then when you go look at the other quarterbacks, look at how many playoffs they won. Look at their playoff to win ratio. He's only been in 2 playoffs in 5 years.
What they want from my boy?
He's going to get there. It's going to come. It's going to come. This kid is young. This kid is very talented, way ahead of schedule.
And it don't matter in the grand scheme of things anyway, because the goalpost is just gonna continue to shift anyway. You know what I'm saying? Once the first playoff win come, then it's, oh, you didn't make it to the AFC Championship game. You know what I'm saying? Then it's gonna be, oh, you didn't make it to the Super Bowl. Like, it's always gonna be what he didn't do. You feel me? Like, it's always gonna be a constant shift of the goalpost. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's gonna be the year, and it is what it is.
Because that's all they can go by, Antonio. That's all they can go by. That's the goalpost, because they know when you look at it and you compare actual factual things, then it's hard. They got to go, the playoffs. That's all they could do, Herbert. Let me kick him down. Why playoffs? Take out a question. He says, how do you handle fans who be ready to fight if they lose or being disrespectful? Do you take them out or walk away? Just walk away. It's no point in fighting. What's the win? What's the win there? Because obviously, if they got to the point they want to fight, that mean their team suck.
Emotional.
Yeah, emotional damage.
Tell you, don't ever let them trick you out your position.
Nah, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Don't ever let them trick you out your position. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's way bigger things than football going on. You know what I'm saying? What my boy Kenny say, you ain't coming for your chili. What you come for?
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? I'm not playing. They don't got me on contract. You know what I'm saying? I'm not on the field. No need of me out here taking lumps or dishing them out for a check that I ain't even about to receive.
Yep. Big Boat say, who do we expect to be a starting center this year?
It might be Bozeman. Y'all keep playing with Buddy. Might be Bozeman.
Right now, my heart says Andre, even though everybody's like, but Bradley's taking first team snaps. Man, we ain't gotten to the thick of, that's OTAs. We ain't gotten to the thick of training camp, bro. Where they actually running against defenses and they're watching. Right now, they're just evaluating, right? But when you put people in front, you're calling your defensive plays, you're calling your offensive sets, and you're seeing the guy snap, block, go through his assignments and everything, cream rise to the top. I want him.
Good cream.
Ain't gonna lie, Bradley has left a negative impression upon Chargers fans because of
sour taste, bit of a sour taste.
And I think that they're going to do their due diligence at the center position. Based on what I seen last year, I want Andre right away. I want Andre right away.
We don't even got to go to training camp.
We ain't got to go to training camp. But being a player and a competitor, I know what competition can do to people. It can get the best. It can crumble. It can make people crumble, or it can make people rise to the occasion. Because you ain't
raise the expectation.
Yeah, you comfortable. Now you got to get uncomfortable. What do?
Or become comfortable in uncomfortable situations.
Yeah.
Well, I'm dishing them today, boy.
That's all that matters. It's how you finish. It's how you finish it there. And we're going to get there, man. We're going to get there. Like I keep saying, Jim Harbaugh can't sleep at night because he say, I got to get my quarterback
into the Hall
of Fame. And how do you do that? You win him some titles. You coach him to some titles. If you don't believe, I don't know what to tell you. This ain't the old Chargers. This ain't the Chargers of the old. We can't put that juju on our. It's different. It's really different. And
really different. 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 Really diff
Peaky, you right. They're gonna move that goalpost so far. They're gonna kick it down the street after that first Super Bowl. Well, the other guy stubbed his big toe before the game, so it was just.
It'll become about what the other team didn't do. That's what it is. They weren't healthy. They weren't this. And, they were injury plagued. They beat up on a team that was blam, 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 blam.
Rice is his own worst enemy. Rice is his own worst enemy. Brandon Rice, he had the opportunity to play.
Lee says, do you think Rice finally hitting the field?
Rice had the opportunity to hit the field last year, and he squandered it away by not knowing to play and having the Chargers end up with a penalty. So, and he didn't see him for the rest of the year. And that was in the game. That was in a game that the Chargers lost that they shouldn't have lost, because now when you go rewind the tape and you go look at the costly penalties, the drops, the little plays, now you start nitpicking everybody. Mm-hmm. And you go, man, we could have had that drive. You messed up the drive.
And it ain't solely on him, but a contributing factor.
Yeah. And then they go back to what we've been telling you, what you got right there, what we've been telling him in camp and practice. He ain't getting it. So no doubt that Rice has the tools to be a great receiver. 6'5", got hands, nice route runner, has championship genetics,
pedigree
from his father. So he got no choice but to ball out, win it in camp, come back. I hope he had the iPad the whole summer.
Boy,
I hope he come out there telling coach we should go with Z78 right, Tango Foxtrot on 3.
Here we go. They said they got rid of that cadence.
Go 8 there. What's your question? Dennis says Harbaugh wants to get A-Bear to the Hall of Fame, but does A-Bear want to go? He didn't do anything extra in the playoff, like try to run. He didn't have no running lanes. If you look at the film, he really didn't have no running lanes. That boy he was running for his life. That was probably the worst game that he had. The offensive line, trash. The run game was trash. Ladd was the only one brought hands to the thing. That Texan game exposed a lot of our offense. And yes, we put the wins on Herbert, we put the losses on Herbert. He is not escaping unscathed, but to think less of him, then that tells me you really didn't watch the game. You just watched the throws. You didn't watch what was happening that was forcing him.
What led to the throws.
Yeah. Because that boy, he was under duress, man. That boy was running for his life. He hiked the ball. They was already in the backfield, bro. No, what you gonna do against that?
Nathaniel.
If they're on YouTube said, how many people talking about Nick Foles put up 40 burgers against the pass defense and the GOAT? They hate on that guy.
Big Nick.
Peaky says, you have to understand something about Harbaugh. He wants folks to believe whatever he says without reservation. Say your team would go 17-0. He believes it, while most would say that's not possible. Right. You got to believe. You got to manifest.
Speak that thing into existence.
You got to manifest, bro. If you don't, everything in your life is about manifestation. That's why I tell people, when people go, I'm broke, well, you're speaking it upon yourself. Just say, I don't have it right now. Those words are powerful. I've said things in my life and I'm like, hey, I'm going to get this. And next thing you know, I have it. Because subconsciously you start working towards that. You say it, you believe it, it happens. You know what I'm saying?
Great philosopher and literary poet Jermaine Cole once said, if they don't know your dreams, then they can't shoot them down. Oof.
Thank you, man. Thank you. If you can't believe in yourself, then why you breathing? If you can't speak life into yourself, then there's no hope for you. You're going to be those miserable people that walk through life and blame everybody else for their failures. Mm-hmm. When your failure started the minute you said, I can't, at least say, I'll try. That's where you start. I'll try.
Do my best.
Yeah. Do my best good.
Can't teach effort.
Nope. Do my best good.
This is all easy.
Thank you, Peaky. We're winning on Sunday. Yes. Peaky says we're winning AFC Championship. Yes. We making it to the Super Bowl. Believe it. Simple. Thank you, Peaky. Sit. Mm-hmm. That's why we here. We're talking about Chargers. We're excited about our team. I'm not finna sit up here and say, oh, yeah, bro, this gonna be like 5.
I mean, I don't know why we can't be with these people and with these. Boy.
Hey, there. I'm gonna tell you right now, and I got the text to show it. I text Brodie when Jim Harbaugh.
You already know what you about to say.
When they signed Jim Harbaugh, I said, bro, it's time to get season tickets, baby.
This is true. He did say this.
And I went.
In a test.
I went And I spent $11,000, 2 tickets, 2 season tickets. That's how much I believe. When they got it, I was like, yeah, this ain't that same old Chargers, bro. It's up. It's up. I know where I'll be on Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
Soon as they announced it, I said, oh yeah, this it's easy for me.
They serious.
Wasn't even a question. Wasn't even a question. I went and brought tickets. Didn't even know how I was gonna pay for them. Put me on payment plan. When they said we got a payment plan, I was like,
praise God.
Start washing cars on the side.
Boy, a hot check for his seats.
Hot check.
A hot check. When's the last time y'all wrote a check?
Thank you, Peaky. Like, look, Peaky said they drafted too many. If I'm getting cut, if I believe I'm getting cut, I'm gonna get cut. You're already cut. If you don't walk in that room, if you look down and you say, man, they got all these receivers. If I was QJ, if I was Darius Davis, if I was Brendan Rice, if I was Mike Williams, if I was Ladd, I look at that, challenge accepted. I gotta go make this team. I gotta come in and make this team. Nothing is promised to you.
Pull the Larry Bird and be like, which one of y'all coming in second?
Lee says more excited about the run game or deep threats. I'm excited about the run game, but I'm really excited to see, really excited to see Herbert launch that mug. Because we know the pass game is a work of art, right? As fans, you got the beer in your hand, and
Play
he just
action.
he play
Everybody
action.
standing up.
You stand up, and he cock that mug back and heave it 30 yards down the field, and he catch it in stride and run. You as a fan, that is ultimate highlight.
Like, dang, Arizona hard.
It's like shooting threes. It's like shooting threes. The run game is the paint. You know, if you love that type of football, then you're gonna love it. But if you like all things football, then you look for the big play. You look for that big play. And that's what the pass game brings you. That's what gets you standing up out your seat. Because the run game, you're like, yeah, go. And then he get the big run. You're like, oh, man. But the pass game, when he go back to pass, you stand up. Because you're like, who open? Oh, shit, he open. I'm telling you, bro. But they did. Hey, Dennis, you're right about Roman. He does have an old playbook, but they brought in some young guys. I can't think of names. They brought in 2 young guys. And I think they're going to help him out.
Hopefully that diversifies our portfolio.
Oh, no, man. I got 4 seats for that price. Man, I ain't I just wanted to be close to the action. I wanted to support the Chargers. I went in there, they're going to sell you the most expensive stuff. So I was like, it's doable. I counted my coupons. I said, we're going to probably, we're going to be eating rice and chicken.
Ramen. Cup of noodle.
Yeah. Pop shots, we do exist, baby. Pop shots of TikTok saying, do Charger fan, they do exist. You dang on me right, we do exist. We in here. Ethereum, 1,500 yards, 12 TDs, Trey Harris, man, I believe it. Like Peaky say, I believe it. Believe it. Why can't he?
Who right there?
Why can't he? Until they show us otherwise, why can't he? Tell me why this team, don't say, oh, Chargers ain't making the Super Bowl. Tell me why we not making it. And nobody can tell you.
What they gonna say?
They're gonna say, we got running backs, got Najee Harris and free agent.
That go by is every day that J.K. Dobbins is still hanging around this roster. Every day that goes by,
we
getting closer and closer to this man being on this roster. And Lord,
then that give you 3 backs.
By the beard of Zeus.
You did, and I hearted that. You are 100% right. We can't, week 1 against the Chiefs, we cannot be kicking field goals. We have to score touchdowns.
Yeah, we got to punch them in.
We like Peaky said, we got to get up 21 on them. We got to get up 21 and maintain the lead, because kicking field goals against the Chiefs, that's keeping them in the game. And Mahomes do a little razzle dazzle.
Yeah, 6 to 12 points ain't enough.
Yeah. No, you gotta extend it. We gotta beat them convincingly.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta beat them convincingly. We don't want to walk out of there where they go, the Chargers just had a luck of the draw. Playing in Brazil, the field was slipping, and the Chiefs just couldn't get their feet and footing together. No, I want to start to finish. I want them to be like, man, this Chargers, they came out dominating.
Everybody flew the same flights from America to Brazil, and here we are.
They from the coin flip. They slapped them from the coin flip.
Mm-hmm.
They was running. They was passing. They did everything. Chargers imposed their will. This is a team serious. When is he officially on for the season? I would say July 1st is like it's a whole new signing period. but I don't think people touch him because of the obligation that comes with it. You got to give up something to sign him. We got to get picks back if you want to sign him. We can match your offer sheet. There's an offer out there. And if you take him, you got to give us a pick too. Like compensatory pick?
Compensatory.
Yeah. No, I think he leaves. But it depends on the job. For Jesse, it's all going to be about the job. He's not going to just take any job. It's going to be hard to keep him after this year. It's going to be very hard to keep him. But it all depends on which job opens for him if he stays.
Yeah, buddy.
So the only way we come up, and I'm telling you, Roman on the hot seat. Roman is going to have to coach for his job this year. Because this is too good of an offense for you to blunder now. Now we can't say, because last year, you could say, hey, we was maxed out. We got the max talent out of what we had. And he's right. He was right. But now they went and got everything you need. Every tool. They went and got the nice Gucci tool set from Home Depot, the Milwaukee tool set with all the bells and whistles, the high-end stuff, the Gucci stuff. What you gonna do now? If that door still you got all these tools, bro, you gonna get fired, bro. Mm-hmm. Right now, you're really not gonna hear much about the defense in any situation. Not to downplay them, but everybody know the offense is where it's at. You go to any, unless you got like a top 5 pick on your defense, you ain't gonna hear much about him. I wouldn't say he was the worst, Dennis. I wouldn't say Roman's the worst, but he did. I would definitely say, because now I got to look at it. When you look at last year's squad, look at the hand he was kind of dealt, right? Gus didn't pan out. JK didn't stay healthy the whole year, and he was serviceable, but that offensive line was horrendous. That interior offensive line, horrendous.
Wide receiving core,
horrendous. Tight ends, horrendous. So that's why I say Roman is on the hot seat, though.
Put up a shut-up time.
We will have the top 5 running game. Yeah, Roman I don't think he'll ever get a head coaching job. His chances of getting a head coaching job have gone by. And it's not to say anything bad about him, but this far in your career, and yeah, mentor is definitely, because he's young, a fresh brain, a defensive genius. He's going to have the pick. If he doesn't take a job after this year, it's because he didn't like anything that was out there. He's going to wait for the right opportunity, and rightfully so. He's earned that. Especially if he finished with a top 3 defensive again, second year in the NFL, he earned the right to pick where he's going next. You know what I'm saying? So no, with a top, because if it don't matter. Think about the NFL, teams are going to score. It's very hard to shut a team out. It's very few defenses that are just that dominant to where they shut a team out. It's the NFL. These are professional athletes. So as a defense, you want a defense that can keep scores off the board for as long as they can. Take possessions where the other team don't get a field goal or don't get a touchdown, 2 or 3 possessions, and your offense is scoring. So you're not going to 1 for 1. You're going maybe 3 for 1. You get up 3 scores, the other team scores once. That's a good game. That's a good game. So it's just to have a complete, utterly lights out defense. It's not rare. It's rare. It's very rare. And it's a hard thing to do. Every defense is going to get scored on. It's just the way it is. It's the NFL.
It's of life.
This is why these coordinators get paid as much as they do. This is why these coaches, to figure out how to score on you. And defenses play how to stop you. But this is very much an offensive league. So your team is holding people to 2 scores and less. Hey, that's money. That's money. Nah, the hold on Aether on YouTube says, what's the hold on Slater's deal? Do you think they're too far, a couple million? His marriage. Everything that we're getting, all the reports that we're getting, is they're not doing the deal until his marriage is dissolved. Once they render the verdict in his marriage, and it's just to protect his assets. It's a smart thing to do. If you're getting divorced, the last thing you want to do is get a hold of some money.
See Eric Spoelstra.
Yeah. Because they come in for that too. And I'm pretty sure she's probably playing hardball and everything.
Let's say predict Keenan's landing spot.
Probably Seattle. He probably landed in Seattle. There's been rumors that Seattle reached out and inquired about trading for QJ.
Yeah.
We got some people that agree with us on X, and then we got some people that was like, y'all foolish for this take. This is a stupid take. QJ was top 7 in TDs. I just go, people see, there you go, looking at numbers and not watching the game. Stop looking at numbers and watch the game. The inconsistency is what we have a problem. QJ can play in the NFL, but he's just inconsistent. And I've told everybody that. He's just been inconsistent in his play. We don't know what QJ is going to show up. That's his problem. What QJ are we getting? And that was his knock coming into the draft, and that's still his knock. So where's the improvement? We look at, you could pull up his combine. What they said about him in the combine is the same thing they're saying about him now. Inconsistent, doesn't fight for the ball, doesn't high point the ball, doesn't go and get it. Has it basically a 6'4" frame for nothing. Great after the catch.
But this year they saying he looking decent. This is what they saying.
Then it's on the thing. This is his second year in the NFL. That's why he didn't get a head coaching job. Man, listen, Peaky, Keenan Moore was, when it all comes out, the NFL made him go to New Orleans. And that's what I'm sticking with. I feel nobody wanted that job in New Orleans. Keenan Moore was the next guy up. And Kellen Moore was the next guy up. And they said, you know what? You got to take this job. The NFL called him and told him to take that job. There was no sane person that would have took the New Orleans Saints job. With that roster, with the money, with the conditions, everything. I'm telling you, when it all comes out, they're going to say the NFL made him go there. $82 million over the cap, a quarterback that doesn't know if he's going to play, 2 young guys at quarterback on your roster, old linebacker, old D lineman, just old at every position. As a coach, who wants to walk into that? Not a coach that has a reputation.
Or
you go get the young guy. You want a job? Here's the job.
There's no expectation. You come into that situation, everybody know what it is. Ain't no expectation to win. You know what I'm saying? You know the hand y'all dealt me. I'm just here trying to put out a quality product.
Say Trey Harris will steal QJ's spot in a few weeks. Lee says QJ got to get out of his own head. 100% correct. Them drops is all in your head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Peaky, that's the perfect position for Keenan. We spoke on that earlier. For him, he don't even have to worry about. He's going to be signed by week 8. He's going to be snatched up if he doesn't sign it. And I wouldn't mind waiting until week 8 to get signed, because simple fact, I ain't got to go to training camp. I'm too old for that.
Mm-hmm.
Too old to get up, be out there wrestling with people. I'm good. Hey, Theo, what's your question? What we got on TikTok?
I'm watching.
Oh, yeah. And Derek did retire for the Saints. He did retire.
Spencer Rattler.
They win. But Moore ain't scoring nothing. Who we going to score with? What is he going to score? Alvin Kamara's old. The offensive line is patched up. Chris Olave is dizzy.
What's the other receiver that got hurt?
What? Olave got hurt? The fast dude. I know you're talking about. I can't think of his name. 22. Number 22.
Tears ACL or
yeah. So it's just they brought back Brandon Cook. That's the shortest receiving core out there. Rashid, that's his name.
Yeah.
Rashid. But that's a short receiving crew, man. Now, granted, they got hands. Rashid fast as hell.
He was tough before he got hurt.
Yeah, he would blow the lid off. He's a KLS. He's KLS. He's on Darius Davis, KLS type. That they could do the same thing.
What, just get downfield and.
I think so. Winning 13 games will get him Executive of the Year.
I'm still tight. Jim didn't even get mentioned for
Coach of the Year.
Last year.
Turning a 5-12 team around 11-6. The disrespect. Yeah. Oh, no All Pro. The Ranger didn't get All Pro. Talk. That's ridiculous talk.
Like, we ain't even in the nominees, bro.
How does a coach that goes 5-12? Well, he didn't go 5-12. How does a coach that takes a team that went 5-12, now they're 11-6 in the playoffs, and he's not even a finalist for Coach of the Year?
No.
Just got back. I just got back to the NFL, bro.
And y'all already
7-6. What, how are Charger fans trying to go and discredit that? Oh, we had an easy schedule. What's easy about an NFL schedule? Their previous record, everybody's 0-0, bro. There's nothing easy about playing in the NFL any given Sunday. There goes
injuries
preparation.
And everything else.
You know what it takes to win in the NFL? You know how much preparation goes into this? the product that you put out on the football field to get to 11 wins from a franchise that we left for dead, 5-12, written off. You know what you walk into that locker room with those guys that just got kicked in their teeth the year before, and I'm telling them, you're going to win. You're going to turn into a winner year one. Ain't no rebuild. You turn into a winner year one, you're making the playoffs. And people are questioning our ability to win 13 games next year with a better constructed roster. We're supposed to win 6 games last year, according to everybody. But we don't believe
this
that
is going to be a disaster of a season from this franchise.
I'm telling you, man. And this is not no over conflated hype, not trying to downplay the expectations. The expectations is win Super Bowls.
Step forward.
Compete and win Super Bowl. We competing now. Now we got to start winning. We got the coach, bro. We got the GM. What we've been asking for years. Get rid of Telesco. Get us a coach. We went through Lynn, went through Staley. Telesco left. Got Hartz.
It's up.
Got Jim. Brought in the staff. Brought in a new culture. What more can you ask for?
From Lee.
What do you say?
Lee say, been a Chargers fan since I was 5. We got some of the most wishy-washy fans, ain't happy for nothing. Some salty Diegans. Top that disrespect from media that we worse than the Broncos.
That's insane to downplay your team. Like, you downplay the team if they're not making improvements. Question them when they're not going out and bringing back, all right, we ain't had no receivers in the playoffs. We loading up on receivers. We about to try everybody out. We drafting receivers. 2 receivers in the draft. 2nd round, 5th round. That tell you right there. We spent 2 picks on positions of need.
Let's say we ain't come to play.
Did not come to play. Went out and got a tight end. Because what? We struggle with tight end. We struggle with catching. We got a tight end free agent. We got him in the draft. We went in and even got a development player. That's how bad
My boy said we going to go 1 for 3 at a minimum.
Somebody going to show up. Some out of I trust their ability to evaluate talent. That interior line that we had last year was a leftover offensive line. Is what they inherited.
Speaking
now, they're building an offensive line. Man, KC got a lot of things to fix over there. They do got Andy Reid, though. They do got Andy Reid.
Man, I lost the article, but NFL ranked the top offensive lines, and they had the Chargers at 2.
Going into this year? Bro, you think about it. Joe Alt. We questioned that when they did Joe Alt. Like, what are they doing? Why you get Malik Neighbors? Bro, what are you doing?
Why you get Brock Bowers?
Bro, what are you doing?
Oh, I got it right here. John Francella at NFL Francella, ranking all 32 NFL offensive lines. Philadelphia Eagles, number 1. Los Angeles Chargers, number 2.
I'm telling you, bro. The signs are trending up. Everybody that's, this schedule is tougher than that. Man, it's 0-0. It's the NFL. They put that strength of schedule BS out just to appease people, just to give you something to talk about. That junk don't matter, bro. You play who's in front of you. Straight up. Playing a tough schedule or what you deem as the hardest schedule doesn't matter. You just got to win with who's placed in front of you. Toughest schedule don't matter when you make it to the playoffs. It don't matter. Remember the Giants? They were a wild card team when they won the Super Bowl. They turned it on late in their season. So all I'm saying, man, bro, they done everything right from this front office on down to the players they picked. Listen to the players. When players are smiling and having a good time, every player that I've heard at the press conference always says how they love the organization. Go watch other players' conversations. Go watch the winning teams.
Conversation.
Yep.
From last week.
Yep. Go watch the Eagles. And they talk about how happy they are at the franchise. And what they are, a winning team. Winning team players are happy. They're happy to be there. They love the organization. They speak highly of their coach. And they have a fun time playing a game of football and they're learning. Some Chargers fans say, we can't win the Super Bowl this year. You will not hear this from Raven Bills or Bronco fans. I promise. No, we got to believe in ourselves. We don't talk that talk. We don't talk that talk over here. We win the Super Bowls over here. Tell me why we can't. Tell me why the Chargers can't. Nobody can tell me. Line it up on Sunday. Let's go. We ain't got all these primetime games for nothing. We got a coach out there putting in work, bro, with these young men, building a foundation for years to come. We got a GM signing talent. holding it down. I love this. Oh, Brodie having technical difficulties. What we got? Bold prediction. KC ain't making the playoffs. The playoff picture. Peaky on YouTube says KC ain't making playoffs. The playoff picture changes every year, never repeats. Sorry to say, but AFC Championship is a gauntlet this season, which is a good thing. AFC West, I'm sorry, is a gauntlet, which is a good thing. Beat up one another. Dead serious, bro. Week 3, bro. Our first 3 weeks. Our first 3 weeks is a Warriors battle, and we accept the challenge. No, ma'am, says 2008 all over. Yes, we can. But let's go get Trey Henderson. You mean Trey Henriksen? Or Brodie lost power at the crib, y'all. Then it says Roman, stop beating a dead Bronco. I'm telling you, man, I think they brought in some new young guys to help with the pass game, the offense. And I think that it's going to help Roman. They're going to give him some new looks, some new sets, and we're going to add that thing out. We went and got a lot of talent for Herbert to play with. We got a lot of talent for him to add a ball. We got the running game, everything, man. Like this team, top to bottom, they have overhauled, and it's only going to get better. Every year, we're going to get better with this roster because they're going to make additions to this roster to improve us and give us the legs to win for a long time. They're adding these pieces. They're building these pieces. I love it, man. I love it. Terrence, I hope Brandon Rice comes out and balls up, bro. I hope he does. I hope he puts pressure on all the receivers in there. He's a great talent, young talent. Like I say, my bold prediction, QJ gets traded. I know a lot of people are like, man, what about this next year? It's 3 years, man. Why wait that long for a receiver to continue to do and not make improvements? When is it that we keep saying this year is going to be his year? This year is going to be his year. How long are we going to do that for? If they believed in QJ, they wouldn't have went out and got as many receivers as they did. If they believed in QJ. If you watch the Texans game, like I watched the Texans game, I would have told QJ not to get on the bus, straight up. After that performance, I was done. Because it's inconsistency for me, man. You go out here in the Raiders game and you show out. Come to the playoffs, man, you don't even catch a pass. You disappeared on us. Like on the biggest stage, this is when we need you the most. This is when we needed you the most, and you did not show up on that stage. And it's the same thing we've been telling you. It's like I don't even tell my kids the same thing that many times. So why am I going to tell a grown man that's playing in the professional league where it's your job to be a professional? It's your job. You get paid millions of dollars to catch the football. It's your job. You know, you got experts that tell you what's wrong with you. All you got to do is grab a scouting report, how other people scouted you, and go work on those. And you haven't worked on those? And I'm supposed to keep waiting for you to work on those? Nah, bro. Not trying to hate on. I'm just speaking. It's no hate on QJ review. It's no hate on. It's just speaking the truth. He's inconsistent. Is he not? I'm not saying he shouldn't play in the NFL, but I'm saying QJ is inconsistent. If they believed in QJ, there will not be a roster right now in OTAs going into training camp full of receivers. If they were sold on QJ, you don't go and load up at that position if the guy you got you believe in. And it's not hating. Nothing. I'm not saying QJ is sorry. I'm saying QJ is inconsistent. And everybody can see that. The numbers don't lie. When your percentage of catch of passes thrown to you is 53% and the league average is 64%, and your teammate, a rookie, catches 74% of his passes, but you only catch 53, and the average receiver in the NFL catches 64, didn't I say more? It's called inconsistent, bro. Inconsistent review, and that's not hating. That is facts. No, they would still say the same thing, review, even if he was drafted in the second round, because he was labeled the number 1 receiver. He is getting the bulk of the passes. He is getting the bulk of the plays run to him. He is dropping passes in crucial downs. 4th and 1 against the Texans is still ingrained in my brain. He got 0 separation off the line. Don't even get a yard. Don't even get the yard. Even if he'd have caught the ball, he still wouldn't have got a yard. And we're still sitting up here saying, man, oh yeah, bro, maybe next year. No, man. Oh, bro, we got to stop saying that. We got to call it what it is. You a good football player, QJ, but you inconsistent as hell. And unfortunately, we like to win here and we can't deal with it. Even if he's 2nd round, 3rd round, 4th round, whatever round. He was the number 1 option on the team and he didn't do nothing for us. Listen, that's fool's gold. This is review. I get what you're saying. We compared, he got 700 yards, 8 TDs. But look at how many, 53%. He caught 53% of his passes, and he got 700 yards on 53% of his passes. So if you add another 20%, he catches another 20%. Is it right mathematically to say that he'll have almost 1,200 yards receiving and possibly 15 touchdowns? If he catches the other 20%, like his teammate, he catches 53%, 74%. And he's been in the league longer than Ladd. And the average NFL receiver last year caught 64% of the passes thrown that they were targeted. QJ only caught 53. Come on. If we want to use stats, those numbers don't lie. That's the truthful number, 53. That's a truthful number. That's very low. Hold on, y'all. Got Brodie calling in. What up, Brodie? Is the internet down again? Snap. I'm just going on the QJ rant because you ain't here. I'm going. Yeah. Okay. But that's all, man. I just say, like I say, man, does QJ belong in the NFL? Absolutely. He's a great when he catches the ball, great after the catch. The thing that sucks the most is that 53%. And that ain't a number a lot of people can live with. Then it says, yes, what is Roman calling the plays? You're right. He did call some questions. But this is what I look at with Roman. This is why I kind of give him grace. Look at the offensive line. Look at the talent he had on offense. Interior line, we replaced the right guard. We brought in additional centers to try out. We brought in a buku load of left guards to try out a left guard. Went in, revamped the wide receiver room, went and loaded up with talent, young talent, brought in the vet Mike Williams, drafted some talent, signed some undrafted free agents. So, and overhauled the running back room. So that tells you Roman, we're going to find out this year if it's Roman or if it's the talent. Because they got him the talent now. Ain't no more excuses for Roman. That's why I say he's on the hot seat. He's either going to put up or shut up or go home. That's how you got to look at it with him. Peaky says, play your bills. Friendly reminder, pay your bills before you lose your internet. Pop rocks. I forgot what you're peddling. The energy rocks. We're peddling the energy rocks, Peaky. You got to use the sponsorship money to pay for it. Pay his energy bill. Maybe he should give his internet some energy rocks. But no, that's the way it's at, man. What y'all got for me before we get off? Hold on. You say on face. Mentor could take over for Harbaugh, make him assistant head coach. That'd be true. Put him in head coaching waiting. 15 years from now. But boat up, Bobby. But on that note, man, appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. Always like, share, subscribe. Tune in. We'll be back tomorrow on Taco Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Thank you guys for coming to hang out with us. Had a blast today. We'll be back tomorrow, man. Much appreciated. And on that note, we out, boy.